Ryan here with Prudential Pest Solutions, and we were called to a job site in Drexel Hill, Pennsylvania, which is in southeastern Pennsylvania, for a hornet's nest, bald-faced hornet's nest that was attached to the front of a building. And we can see here it's right on the brick, and this was above their front porch, so we couldn't just access it with one ladder. We actually had to use two to get all the way up to it. So after you suit up, I'm going to use my my PTPI. We're going to inject right into the hole, and then we're going to take this nest down and get everything cleaned up. So you can see we have the first ladder set up here to get us onto the roof, the porch roof. And then I have a telescoping ladder to go from the porch roof up to the actual hornet's nest. Now the porch roof did have a slope to it, so obviously safety first. You got to be careful because that ladder can easily just kick out from you. So this telescoping ladder is nice because not only is it compact, but it's got these rubber base to it, which sticks pretty well to the asphalt shingles there. Now this particular nest was not as active. Now this was a cooler late morning when I got here, but even when I apply the PTPI into the opening, maybe a handful of bald-faced hornets come out, and that's about it. And you'll see later on in the video when we look at the actual comb inside of the nest that this was not a big, healthy, active nest. There were just a few workers in there, so this wasn't a huge, active hornet's nest. So once I don't hear any activity in the nest, I'm going to take my scraper out, and we're going to try to scrape it off. Now this was attached to the brick on two different sides, and then the top molding there as well. So I'm just trying to scrape around it. See, there's kind of a jut out in the bricks there, and that's because there's two homes connected in the middle there. So the hornets had made their nest and connected the paper to the brick and part of the wooden molding. And you can see this nest is kind of flat. It's not really a big round ball because they built it right on the structure itself. So we'll do our best to get as much of the paper backing off as possible. It's impossible to get every bit of evidence that there was ever a hornet's nest there. There's always that last little ring of debris that's always stuck to the building. But we'll get as much as we can off, get everything cleaned up. Then we'll take a closer look at the nest, and that'll be it. This was a pretty straightforward hornet's nest treatment. So you can see pretty flat. It looked much bigger until it actually came down. And that's just because it was deceptive because it was kind of mounted to three different sides there. So you can see this is the brood cells here. They have some new ones there that are formed, a little three-comb thing. But this treatment was in September, and you would have expected these nests to be a lot bigger by this point. So maybe the queen wasn't as healthy, or maybe not putting out as much brood as she could. There's some of the paper close-ups. A lot of layers there, and a big opening in the middle. So another bald-faced hornet nest treated and removed. And again, this was in Drexel Hill PA, which is in southeastern Pennsylvania. We are the hornet, yellow jacket, wasp, and bee experts in southeastern and south central Pennsylvania. So if you have an issue, give Prudential Pest Solutions a call or text us at 484-401-4361.